Hello, this is Manolito with Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Coffee. And this is part 4 from Ranger Creek. And we have hit the bourbons. This is 36 Texas Bourbon. We have one more left after this one, both of them being bourbons. This is Ranger Creek 36 Texas Bourbon Whiskey. So again, caliber series, small caliber series. And if you didn't watch the previous videos, or just a reminder that the calibers they're talking about here are not your modern cartridge calibers or cartridge ammunition. This is your cap and ball, black powder, lead ball, revolver style firearms that the Texas Rangers would have used in the 1800s up until the early 1900s. So this is bourbon, and as you can see, this one is darker than the rye and the single malt. So for age statement, this has been aged for 13 months, which is, 13 months that dark. That's that Texas heat. The season, summer of 2017. This is batch number 58, bottle number 187. This is 96 proof, 48% ABV. Non-chill filtered, and you can't see it too well in this one, but just like the previous ones, there is that little flakiness that's in there. Try to zoom in on it, but it's a little harder to see in this because of the darker color. You really have to look into the bottle, look up into the light, but there is that cloudiness to it. And I am okay with that. Again, another one that I picked up back in November, San Antonio, Ranger Creek Distillery Brewery. Again, it's been sitting in the glass for about, Glencairn glass for about 10 minutes, and I did rinse it and dry it out before using it. That way, can't say I've gotten some tasting and nosing nuances from previous whiskeys that were in the glass. Still using my whiskey dictionary, whiskey hat / challenge coin, and being 48 ABV, I may do a drop of water on there. I don't know. So far I've been really liking these without adding any water to it. And this is really just my personal journey through whiskey, so I'm not trying to do anything scientific, prove anything, or try to sway anybody's decision as to whether they should drink this, buy it, or whatever. Just sharing my experiences. So let's go ahead and nose this. Or actually, let's get into the color first. So check that out. That's nice. Nice dark caramel, dark honey, almost a mahogany type color. Pretty dark compared to the others. See if I can zoom in. Just as viscous. Try to spin this around a little bit, get a little coating on the glass. Well, you can see there, sticks nicely to the glass. All right. Make sure we're focused in, and let's see what we get on the nose and taste it, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so this is right off the bat, it's rich, which coming off of the no sweetness in the rye and the single malt, it's a nice change. Brown sugar and caramel. Get a little bit of citrus, and that could be just from their mash bill, because I believe they're using the same mash bills almost for everything. Well, not the 100% rye. But I do get, it could be the barrels that they're using, or maybe just the youth, 13 months, could be from that. But there is a little bit of citrus. 48 ABV, not getting that on the nose. It's slight. It's not non-existent like it was in the previous the rye and the single malt. So you get a little bit of it. So now we're starting to get into the higher ABV, but it's not, definitely doesn't burn when breathing this in. And it's not super sweet. I've had some bourbons that are candy-like. This is not candy-like. It's just little nuances of brown sugar and maybe even a little cinnamon, like the what you would sprinkle into coffee, not like a cinnamon candy. Yeah, that smells really nice. Okay, let's taste that. So you get the ABV on the taste, and not harsh, just that burn I was talking about before. It'll make your nose run a little bit. But it's got caramel, or again, these are my taste buds, what I'm getting. Not saying that it has caramel in it. I believe they do, that there is rye in their mash bill. I don't know exactly what their mash bill is, but if I remember correctly from when we were there, I do believe there's a percentage of rye, because I'm getting kind of that little spiciness that I got from the rye, but it's not anywhere near as strong as it was on the rye whiskeys. Just a slight spiciness there, and then medium to long finish. Mouthfeel is really nice, so this is not drying out my mouth at all. Matter of fact, it's making me salivate a little bit, so really good. Just taking a little at a time, letting it roll over my tongue. That's very good. Not anything that I can compare it to. You know, I've had like Knob Creek and Weller and or even Eleanor from Crowded Barrel, and not similar to any of those. Maybe a little bit of the caramel, but this taste, it's a different type of bourbon. It's really good. The ABV is not too much, so again, I'm not going to put water in this one. On the cask strength one, I will put a little bit of water in that one. I've tried that, and it does open it up a little bit. Very good sipping whiskey. And it's not super expensive, so you could even you know, mix this in a Coke or Dr. Pepper. I like whiskey and Dr. Pepper every now and then. I'm not a big mixed drink type of guy. I'd much rather just kind of sip on some whiskey slow, nose it for a while, just kind of get to know it. But this is really good. Really good bourbon. Okay, if you're liking what I'm doing here, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, like, all that good stuff. Hit me up in the comments if you've had any of the Ranger Creeks. or if you've been to the distillery, you know, some of the tasting notes that you've had, things like that. I'm interested to know. So just throw a comment down there, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.